Hey everyone, welcome to Go To Gaming. I've made a couple of videos covering Enlisted in the past, and now that the game has moved into open beta, I wanted to take this time to make a quick beginner's guide. I'm going to start off with a very brief history of Enlisted, which is a squad-based World War II first-person shooter developed by Darkflow Software. Published by Gaijin Entertainment, Enlisted runs on the Daguerre engine, which is the same one used in War Thunder. Enlisted originally released into closed beta with the launch of the next-gen Xbox consoles on November 10th, and ran as a timed Xbox and PC exclusive. PS5 was added to the mix with a huge content update on March 2nd. Forced crossplay was introduced with the addition of PS5, but was removed a short time later due to popular demand. Crossplay has been added back with the open beta, but you are now able to select between console crossplay only, full crossplay with PC, or turn crossplay off altogether. When the game launched, the movement and graphics seemed pretty clunky, but Darkflow has been putting in the work since then, and the game has seen massive improvements overall. Now that the game is in open beta, the squad progression and logistics tab has been retooled to include the new battle pass and premium account, marking the beginning of the in-game monetization. Alright, if you're completely new to Enlisted, I will give you a quick rundown of what each tab in the main menu is used for, and then we'll break each one down and go into greater detail. When you first load into the game, you will drop into the Soldiers tab. In this tab, you manage your active soldiers as well as their individual soldier loadouts. Use the left and right triggers to swap between the available armies. The Campaign tab is where you can check on your progress, and like the Soldiers tab, use the triggers to swap between them. In the Upgrades tab, you will find all sorts of upgrades that affect your squad as a whole. The Logistics tab is where you acquire new weapons, equipment, and troops for your squads, and finally in the Academy tab, you can send your soldiers for training in order to increase their max rank. Back in the Soldiers tab, selecting a squad will show a breakdown of the squad configuration, allowing you to see how many of each class of soldier you currently have and what the current squad max is. Looking at the soldiers themselves, you will see a quick summary of each one including their name, class, primary weapon, current level, and max level available. Selecting a soldier shows its current weapon loadout and perks. Select one of the weapons in this menu and it will bring you to the Change Equipment screen. Within the screen you can equip each individual soldier with anything that their class allows, as long as you have it in stock. Try to equip all of your soldiers with a medkit, as this will allow for revives in the game, but I'll go into that in more detail later on in the video. As previously mentioned, new weapons and equipment can be acquired through the Logistics tab, but you can also upgrade your current weapons using the parts from disassembling unused weapons. You'll have to unlock workshop upgrades for each weapon in the Upgrades tab in order to do this. The upgrade system runs with a certain degree of RNG, as disassembling a weapon rewards you with a predetermined range of parts. And upgrading higher tier weapons comes with a chance of failure. Each successful upgrade will lower your chances of the next upgrade being successful, and failure thankfully only has the risk of wasting your parts. The available upgrades for your chosen weapon will show in the bottom right corner. Heading back one menu, if you select perks you will see all perks that your soldier currently has active. The total number of perks you can have is dictated by your soldier's max level. Each soldier starts with one perk, but as you rank up each individual soldier, you will be given the option to choose between 3 seemingly random perks to improve your soldier's movement and effectiveness in the field. Depending on the perks you choose, they have a possibility of adding to your soldier's perk points, which fall into 3 different categories: speed, vitality, and weapon handling. Keep an eye on your soldier's perk points though, as these do have a limit based on your soldier's current max rank. If you decide you want to swap out a perk, you will have to wait until you unlock a retraining point for that soldier. To use a retraining point, highlight the perk you want to swap out, then select it, and you will again be given the choice between 3 perks. As you progress, your squads can be upgraded to contain more soldiers, and the total size will depend on the type of squad you are taking into battle, with sniper teams having fewer members, and assault squads leading the pack in size. Select Manage Soldiers in order to swap soldiers in and out to build your ideal squad configuration. Different soldier classes can be added to each squad through the Upgrades tab as your squad levels up. If you select the 3 dots below your squads, you will be able to do the same type of management for the squads you take into battle. You are able to take 3 infantry and 1 vehicle squad. These cannot be changed mid-game, so choose wisely before jumping in. If you have the Premium Pass activated, you will be able to take an extra infantry and vehicle squad into battle with you, bringing the totals to 4 and 2. There are currently 2 types of vehicles in game, tanks and planes. You unlock your first tank battalion at level 2, and your first plane's at level 4 in each army's campaigns. Speaking of campaigns, the tab houses your current progression and unlocks for each of the campaign's featured armies. Each campaign is based on iconic World War II battles, with the battles of Moscow and the invasion of Normandy currently available. As you make your way through the campaigns, you will unlock new specialty squads, weapons, and vehicles to make you a more effective threat in battle. Each campaign features 2 armies that are leveled up individually. In the Upgrade tab, you will see all of your currently owned squads. In the top right of each thumbnail, it will show the available squad points. These can be used in one of 3 upgrade trees per squad. First up is the Squad Upgrades tree. Within this, you can speed up the rate at which your squad gains XP, add more total squad members, as well as add more specialist class slots to your squad. Any upgrades that branch off from the same origin offer you a choice of specialist slots that can be added. Choose carefully though, as you can only pick one per branch. These specialty classes are very useful in battle and have unique abilities. Squads containing specialty troops like engineers and radio operators, for example, are very valuable to take in with you, as engineers will give you the ability to build structures in anti-air to counter the enemy forces, and radio operators have the ability to call in artillery strikes. On screen now is a brief breakdown of all 12 specialist classes. Some of these are the standard troops you start with, but the more powerful classes will be limited by the upgrade branches previously mentioned. Under personnel upgrades, you will find upgrades to soldiers' inventory slots, XP boosts, and class max ranks for training. The max ranks will have to be unlocked before getting too far with upgrading your soldiers in the Academy tab. As far as I can tell, the personnel upgrades are tied to the squad class and not the specific squad, but I will update in the comments as I progress further and learn more about this process, so be sure to subscribe to follow along. Under workshop upgrades, you will find options to lower the cost of your weapon upgrades, get more parts for disassembly, and increase the max rank of your weapons. Next up is the Logistics tab. Here you can use weapon and troop orders to gain new gear and soldiers for your squads. These orders can be obtained through the Battle Pass, Battle Tasks, and for unlocking achievements. Each army in each campaign has their own Logistics tab, so be sure you have the right one selected when obtaining new gear. The RNG comes back into play here, as purchasing anything in Logistics has the chance of giving you one or multiple troops of varying levels, or a weapon at a random level. Lastly, the Academy tab allows you to select 3 soldiers of the same rank that have reached their current max rank to send for training in order to receive 1 soldier of the next higher max rank in return. Before sending your soldiers for training, be sure to remove all inventory from each one, as the new soldier comes back empty-handed. Once you have your troops ready, hit go and you will have to wait for a while for the training to complete, but once finished, retrieve your soldier and add it to the squad of your choosing. Alright, your soldiers should be ready for battle now. After you've completed the mandatory training round, you will be able to head into the squads mode, which is the main mode of the game featuring the AI squads. Lone Fighters unlocks at campaign level 3, which removes the AI squad aspect of the game. When choosing squads, you will be placed into a round of either Invasion or Conquest. Invasion has teams attacking and defending progressing points across the map, and Conquest pits teams against each other over control of 3 constant points. After the game loads up, you will be given the option to choose one of your predetermined squads and head into battle. In the bottom left corner of your HUD, you will see vital info about your squad, including soldier class, life status, kills, current action state, injuries, and inventory. You are able to swap freely between your living soldiers to better address threats in front of you by holding right on the directional pad. For instance, if your squad gets pinned down by a sniper and you have an SMG, you're able to swap to a soldier that has a rifle or even a sniper class to return fire. Also, you're able to give movement orders to your squad by holding up on the directional pad to pull up the orders menu, or double tapping X where you want them to go. Once into battle, if you are shot and have a medkit, you will be put into a downed state, which gives you about 14 seconds to get into cover and pick yourself up. The AI will pick themselves up as well if they have been equipped with medkits. If you are unsuccessful in reviving yourself and die, you will be given the option to take control of another available member of your squad until there are no surviving members. At this point, you will be returned to the squad selection menu, where you can choose to come back as another infantry squad or take control of a tank or a plane. Both vehicles have you locked into a first-person view, and the tanks aren't too bad to control once you get used to them, but I personally had a rough time getting used to the flight controls and had to completely rearrange my settings in order to remove the pointer control and set them to a somewhat comfortable configuration. I made a video about how to set your controls up the same way, so if you're struggling like I was with them, I left a link in the description below if you would like to check it out. Alright, that's pretty much everything you need to know in order to get started with Enlisted. I tried to include as much info into this video as I could, but if you have any questions at all about the game, comment down below and I'll do my best to help. With Enlisted now in open beta, it is also now free to play, so if you haven't already and you have a next-gen system or PC, it's definitely worth checking out. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next one. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, keep gaming.